Okay, so the Daily News building was designed by Raymond Hood, who was one of our men of the hour because we're going to see his work again at Rockefeller Center. And he gets progressively, Chris and me, I should have posted photos, but he gets progressively modern. He begins his career designing in these kind of revivalist styles, kind of Gothic revival, and his Radiator building on 42nd Street, not on 42nd, on 40th Street is also kind of historicizing. But the Daily News shows us how he's moving towards a more stripped-down aesthetic. So you saw from the outside, and we'll take another look when we leave, the kind of that black and white striping pattern. There's very little figural decoration. If you think, if you compare this building to Chrysler has all those eagles and hubcaps, and this is much simpler. Now, this was built when the Daily News had the largest circulation of any paper in the world. It was completed in 1931, and the client wanted a printing plant, but Hood wanted more than that. Hood was a very interesting architect. He was trained in the Beaux-Arts tradition. He was actually trained in the École. And he had this idea to build a city of towers, which he never realized, but in many ways it was a very Corbusian ideal, right? Le Corbusier's idea of the tower in the park that we've looked at already in class. And this was not necessarily could potentially have been a prototype for one of his towers. And in many ways, Rockefeller Center was the realization of his, city of towers, or his hopes for a city of towers. Now, the reason that this site was attractive is because you see we're between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. So originally the 3rd Avenue L ran along 3rd Avenue, and it was this neighborhood was kind of like an unattractive neighborhood. But the Daily News liked that because they were able to build their printing plants, which was very noisy and grimy. This was a more industrial area at the time. So this building originally housed the offices, but also the printing plant. And the printing plant, basically, it extended through from 42nd to 41st Street. So the printing plant was on 41st Street, and the offices kind of faced north, which made sense in the context of the city that the printers didn't have to kind of face the city, but the journalists were looking north, looking ahead. The lobby is kind of one of the showpieces of the building, designed, I think very clearly you can see for tourist traffic with this giant globe that is rotating, and this black reflective glass, brass, marble, very rich materials, kind of a showpiece for the paper. So people, again, if we think of the lobby as, how does the lobby speak to the pedestrian? It's a real opportunity. And today, I've already mentioned this, so many lobbies are closed to pedestrians, so many lobbies shut themselves off because of security concerns, but this is an example of one of these lobbies that invites the pedestrian in, that's meant to engage with the pedestrian and to advertise the function of the building. So take a few minutes, walk around the lobby, take a look. There's all this kind of supposed to be, give off a kind of international feel, right, as a newspaper. You guys want a food break, right? So maybe we should, our next stop is, we're gonna walk up to Lever House, so we have a bit of a stretch. What's the best way to do this? What time is it? It's already 11:30. Do you want to take 10 minutes if you want to run across the street, pick something up? You can do that. Get a little snack, something to drink, some coffee. And then why don't we say let's meet in 10 minutes on the corner of, I have 11:34. So let's meet in 10 minutes on the corner of 3rd and 42nd on the northeast corner. And we'll make our way uptown, okay? Okay, great. project.